Hello, everyone. I am currently on COVID watch, which is very frustrating and makes me feel like I'm kind of trapped. So I'm filming some quick videos to try to distract myself from the fact that I may have COVID. Even though I've taken 3 COVID tests and they've all showed up negative, it turns out that when you're fully vaccinated, you will not show up positive on any COVID test until the 5th day of symptoms, which for me is a little under 2 days away. So I decided to physically show what this trapped feeling looks like by attempting to knit with handcuffs on. I'm kind of curious as to how this will work. Oh. I figured out how to single and double lock this, so I can kind of get my hand in there. Yeah, that can't come off. So that's a single lock. Now we're going to double lock it. I honestly don't think this will affect my knitting so much because my hands will still be in front of me. But we'll see. No. I guess that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure I double lock it here. There you go. Single lock is simply putting the handcuffs on to begin with. But double lock is making sure that once they are at the thing you want them, they don't go any farther. So that way I don't cut off my circulation. And yeah, I don't think this is going to be a struggle. Let's see. I've already cast on the stitches. Now, having COVID myself doesn't really bother me so much because I've had COVID before. And I know for me, it doesn't really affect me too much. What I'm more concerned about is the people I could have interacted with because who knows how it could affect them. And it kills me that, again, if this ends up being COVID, that I didn't recognize it as COVID to begin with. Because when you got a cough and a sore throat at the beginning of May in Philadelphia, it's prime allergy season. It didn't strike me that it might not be allergies until after I got home from work, and then suddenly on my first day off, I had a fever. And it was like, oh, this isn't allergies. Anyway, I'll be fine. There'll be no hospitalization. There'll be no ventilator for me. I'm pretty lucky in that way. And I mean, I am fully vaccinated. It's not as scary as it was the first time around, but it's just like the icing of the cake of reasons why I'm fed up at the moment. Yeah. Wearing a set of handcuffs did not affect my knitting whatsoever because this is like the distance I would keep my hands at anyway while knitting. So there are like 2 more things I can do. That could actually like give these handcuffs a full testing for their money. And one would be to actually attempt to knit while my hands were handcuffed around something. And the other one is to attempt to crochet. Well, we're gonna do some rearranging here real quick. Okay, I just got the yarn ready for crocheting because I didn't want to take out the knitting yarn just yet. But as always, when I do a crochet thing here, I do a row of single crochet, then a row of half double crochet, and then a row of double crochet. So I've got 6 stitches here. All right. And again, this isn't really posing much of a challenge for me. I mean, the cuffs feel kind of heavy around my arms. They're not the part that necessarily feels uncomfortable. The fact that my arms are like so close together is the more uncomfortable part about this. So now we're going to do that. And start a row of half double crochet. You know, there are like certain things that when you try to buy them online, it's like, you know how sometimes you get an idea and it's like, why did I even get this idea? And then you're going to buy the object and it's like, this is insane. Why am I buying this? I kind of had that existential crisis while buying handcuffs, because the two things that people buy them for are you are a cop or you want to have sex and you want to get kinky. And I didn't necessarily identify with either group in that case. So reading these things like, oh yeah, these handcuffs are good. Like I read the reviews when I'm buying stuff online. And I try to look for reviews with pictures in them, because that provides the best thing in my opinion. But I'm like reading these reviews and it's like, what am I doing? As you can see, I still went through with it. Anyway, now I'm going to have a set of handcuffs for whatever I feel like doing after this, which, who knows? Things have a way of cropping back up years later. It's like, oh yeah, I have this thing. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really affect my crocheting skills either. My crocheting looks different than it used to in the past, but I think that's more of a choice that I made regarding which loops I go through and not necessarily the fact that I'm wearing handcuffs. Okay, I think I got one more thing to try here. So I'm going to take myself out of these handcuffs and put myself back in a different location. Alright, so welcome to under my desk, where I am handcuffed around my desk. And I've lowered my ring light so you can still see my wonderful face. Or at least have it be in less shadow than it was. And we're going to once again attempt some more rows of this knitting. It was kind of worrisome for me being stuck in handcuffs without a way to get out of them. Probably because I knew someone who I used to work with at camp who got himself locked into a set of handcuffs. But I would like to think that as a 29-year-old woman, I have more sense than a teenage boy. I say this as I'm handcuffed underneath my own desk. Of my own will, apparently. And also the key is like really nearby, so we're going to be keeping the keys really close to the set of handcuffs going forward. Oh. You know, I needed tissues earlier, and now I see there's like this set of tissues. Because my studio is a mess, I can't seem to keep it clean. It's a lot easier for me to keep spaces clean when I know I have to share them with other people. If I have to share them with other people, I will make an effort to keep it clean. But if it's a space just for me, it's going to be messy. I say that in case any future significant others end up watching this video and then go like, wow, she's such a slob. It's like, yeah, but I'll be less of a slob around you, I promise. It's like the third row here. All right. There's my knitting. Handcuffs literally had no effect on it whatsoever. If I was handcuffed behind my back, that might be a different story, but I already have a video of me trying to knit behind my back. So yeah, I think it's time for these bad boys to come off now. It's like, turn it one way, then you turn it the other way, and woo! I'm just taking this off so that way you can see I am a very responsible adult. I kind of know what I'm doing. There we go. Anyway, that was today's entertainment. Here's to feeling less trapped in the future. Have a nice day.